ask Shawnee one thing, I would definitely ask how the hell she even found this village in Brazil.
I think it would have been 2000 going into 2001. I was in Chicago at a New Year's Eve party, and a friend of mine there he lives in Brazil. He's the U.S. American, but he lives in Brazil. His name's Jesse Wheeler. We had been to Brazil once with Jesse and I had gone to Brazil in 2002. We went back in 2005. The storms hit in August of 2005, and so we went into New Orleans in 6, 7, and 8 for January, and then we decided let's take it back to Brazil. Let's go to the Amazon in a different way this time. Let's go really live in a community. Let's really work and collaborate.
I will be in Brazil for Jan term on or enrolled in a course called SMC DIRT, which stands for the Deep Immersion Relief Team. And so essentially we're going to be heading down to Brazil, down by the Amazon. We're flying into Santarém, and then we're going to take a boat ride up the Amazon to Ana. And we are going to be staying with a village of 300 people and essentially helping them where they need help. I first became interested in this class through one of my coworkers who went on the trip last year, Carlos Santana.
I looked it up, said, what is this? And emailed Shawnee. Next thing you know, within literally hours, I signed up and was on the trip going to Brazil. And so, yeah, and I definitely don't regret that. I'm kind of glad that actually happened. Yeah, definitely.
Me too.
Yeah, going twice now.
Well, when I applied, I didn't even know that Phil was going to be there.
I have never been abroad before, and I wanted my first time abroad to be a service trip.
He got back from his meeting and he saw my name on like the email list, and he was like, "Dude, you're trying to go to Brazil too?" And I was like, "Yeah, are you?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, like we're gonna go to Brazil."
And we have had to date 2 retreats now. They are 24-hour retreats. The first retreat was kind of more getting familiar with the Brazilian culture and the food, and becoming acclimated with the type of manual labor that we will be doing down in Brazil.
It's like probably the biggest undertaking I've ever done in my life.
We're bringing our community aspect down to Brazil, to the Amazon, to give the helping hand that we can.
There are things that we kind of don't say, and it's we're not there to help, because that has like this white savior complexy mentality, or like this oppressed mentality.
We're not really helping. We're working with them on the projects they already have in mind. We're learning about their interests and aspirations, and we're bringing some resources in that will move them closer to those aspirations.
That allowed me to grow in ways that I could have never imagined, and I hope for that transformative experience to happen for the people who are going for the first time, and I hope to maintain the relationships that we started last year.
Talk about the rocks.
Oh, the rocks. So these rocks probably the size of this table, maybe half the size of this table. They're doing it in flip-flops, you know, like they're just carrying it like, all right, like next. And, you know, we're just sitting here like, what are we gonna do? Like, these are sharp, you know, there, all these first world problems come into play, and you just sit there like, all right, like, what would Shawnee say? You know, like, what are we gonna do? Teamwork. I was the one breaking the rocks on the beach, and the rest of the group were in an assembly line, just moving. One takes the rocks, walks it up the beach, and then literally just constant, and probably 2-3 trips, all our rocks, like literally about 2 tons of rocks. I think when we're, you know, pockets empty, no hope, feeling down, I think that's when we learn the most, and that's when, you know, Shawnee or your team members or your whole group as a whole definitely pick you up, and it's, you know, you surround yourself with people who want to be there. You know, people who are on this trip want to be there. They have a goal, they have a vision, they're all motivated towards that goal and vision. And you already have it in you. It's just you don't know you do. It becomes a huge part. I think you miss home, of course, but you make a new home over there.